Alright, we're now going to look at review 6, and hopefully by now you are more familiar with finding the area of a triangle. So I'm going to go a little faster with the solutions, okay? So let's look at question 1. We have 3 heights and we need to find the base. So for question A, if the height is AE, so using a pencil, we can, this is AE. So your base would be perpendicular to the height, which would be CB, or you can write BC, okay? Next, let me use a different color for this. If the height is BF, so I'm going to use a different color and I'm going to show you which is BF. The base would be this perpendicular line here, which would be AC, or I can write CA. Next, let's try red. If the height is CD, so this is CD, the base would be AB, or you can write BA as well. Next question, find the height for each base. So let's try using blue for this. If the base is PQ, I'm going to use a color, any color. If you have a colored pen, you can do this with me as well. I think it looks nice if your question has a rainbow of colors. So PQ, the height would be perpendicular, which you can identify using this square. So this would be SR or RS, okay? Next, let's try green for this. If the base is PR, so PR is this line here, your height would have to be perpendicular. So I'm just going to extend a little beyond here, and you see that the perpendicular height is QU, this part here. So I can write QU, or UQ is fine as well. Next, if the base is RQ, so RQ is this purple line here, and so the height would be, we have to extend all the way out to reach a perpendicular line, so we get PT. Okay, so we can write PT, PT or TP, toilet paper as well. Now we come to a whole barrage of word problems. So as always, pace yourself and take a break when you need to. Question 3. The figure PQRST, so let's start with this. So PQRST and then back to P is made up of a square PQRV. So this is the square it's made up of. Triangles PVT, so let's use a different color for this, PVT, and TRS, so TRS. TR is 7 cm, angle STR is a right angle, PQ to QR to TS is 4, so PQ is 4, QR is 4, and TS is 4 as well. Find the area of this figure. So we need to find the area of the square, the 2 triangles as well. Okay, so we know this is 4 as well. This is 4, so this would be 3. So this whole length is 7, and this base here is 4. I think we have enough to go by. So area of square PQRV, which is your 1, would be 4 times 4, which will give you 16 square centimeters. Next, you have your area of triangle PVT. So PVT would be half times base times height. So we'll give you 6 square centimeters. And lastly, your area of TRS would be half times 7 times 4. So would be 14 square centimeters. So you have 16 here, 6 here, and 14 here. So area of figure would be 16 plus 6 plus 14 will give you 36 square centimeters. So the area of the figure is 36 square centimeters. Moving on to question 4. Area of rectangle G H J K, and up here is 256 cm. Sorry, the perimeter. So when I say perimeter, it's a distance all around. The length is 3 times as long as the breadth. So what this means is that the length is 3 times as long as the breadth. Let me show this clearer here. So we need to find the area. So what this means is I'm going to count the length. So count with me. 1 time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 units would be 256 centimeters. 1 unit would be 256 divided by 8 would give you 32 centimeters. So what this means is the breadth is 32 centimeters. The length is 3 times, which is 96 centimeters. Okay. Man, my handwriting is bad today. So 3u is 32 times 3, 96 centimeters. So to find the area of this shaded triangle here, we would use the tried and proven formula. Half times base, which is 96, times height would give you, this is 1, this is 48. So 48 times 32, whoa. 8 times 2 is 16, so it's 96. 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 3, 12 plus 2, 144. So 6, 13, 5, 1. So 1,536 square centimeters. So the area of this shaded triangle would be 1536 square centimeters. Question 5. Okay, let's just move this down so we don't get distracted by other questions and zoom in a little. Okay, in this figure, A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, and D. Whoops. It's a rectangle, length 18, okay, and breadth 8. When you see these two dashes here, it means that both are equal. So this would be 9 cm and this would be 9 cm as well. Okay. Along the way, as you see these little markings, just fill in the values you know and you don't have to think about them ever again. AE is equals to ED. So these two lengths are equal as well. So this would be 4 and this would be 4 as well. We need to find the shaded area, which is, let's use a lighter shade of green. So this part here and this whole part, oh, you can see I'm having quite a bit of fun shading them here. Okay, you can use a highlighter to carefully shade the shaded parts as well. So in a nutshell, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area of the big rectangle minus the area of the unshaded triangle to find the area of the shaded parts. Okay, so first one, let's switch to blue. So area of rectangle ABCD is 18 times 8, which is 144 square centimeters. Not bad, right? My multiplication. Next, I'm going to find the area of this unshaded part, which I'm, ironically speaking, going to shade a little so you know what I'm referring to, the yellow part. So area of, I'm going to call this DEF, because I always like to start with the smallest letter. So it's half times base is 4, height is 9. So that will give you 18 square centimeters. So to find the area of the shaded part, which is your green part here, I will write area of shaded part would be the area of your rectangle, which is 144, minus the unshaded part, 18, would be 126 square centimeters. So 126 square centimeters. Okay, so I would say the area of the shaded part is 126 square centimeters. Next up, in rectangle PQRS, so P, Q, R, and S, okay, this whole big rectangle here, PQT, so let's use a different color, PQT, so this triangle here, and TRV, so TRV, these are triangles, the pink parts. PQ is 12, okay. QT is 10 cm, TR is 5 cm, SV is 3 cm. So we want to find the shaded area, which I'm just going to shade in green. So this is the part I'm referring to right here. So how I'm going to find the area of this figure is by finding the area of the two unshaded triangles, okay? So first, area of the big rectangle, which is PQRS, would be 12 times 15, would give you 180 square centimeters. Next, area of the triangle PQT, which I'm going to show you, is this, okay? This is PQT. So PQT would be half times 12 times 10, so would be 60 square centimeters. And meanwhile, the area of TRV would be half times 5 times 9 would be 45 over 2, which would be 22 and a half cm square, or you can write 22.5 cm square, right? So shaded area is 180 minus 60 minus 22 and a half, which would give you 97 and a half square centimeters, or you can write 97.5 square centimeters. So moving up a bit, so the shaded area would be 97.5 square centimeters, which is your this part here. Okay. Next, question 7. ABFG. So I have ABFG is a square, and CDEF is a square as well. BDG. So BDG is a triangle. So let's shade this here. Okay. And we want to find the shaded area, which is this orange part right here. Okay. And There really isn't an easy way to find it. We are going to have to find the area of the unshaded part, which is the green part. Okay, so let's see. Area of this will be quite complicated, but it's actually not that hard. Okay, so first part, we're going to find the area of ABFG, this square here. So area of ABFG is 12 times 12, which is 144 square centimeters. Next, we're going to find the area of the largest square, which is CDEF, which should be 18 times 18, which would be 324 square centimeters. Okay. Next, we need to find the area of 4 triangles. That would be 1, 2, which is this whole triangle here, can you see? And 3, this big triangle here. Okay, so let's go. So total area of figure is 144 plus 324 will give you 468 square centimeters. That's for the first part. Next, area of triangle 1, which is BCD, that's number 1, is this would be 18, and since this is 12, this would be 6. So half times 18 times 6 would give you 54 square centimeters. So this is 54. Next, area of DEG. So this is triangle number 2, would be half times 30 times 18. So 18 times 15 is 270 square centimeters. So this whole part here is 270. Finally, area of ABG is, this would be 12 as well. So half times 12 times 12 would be 72 square centimeters. Okay, so total unshaded area would be these 3 add together. So 54 plus 470 plus 72 would be 396 square centimeters. So to find shaded area, I'm going to use a different color for better visual. So shaded area would be this number minus this number. So 468 minus 396 should give you 72 square centimeters. Do point out if I'm wrong. Okay, so the shaded area would be 72 square centimeters. You'll probably need a break after this, so go get a sip of water and then come back. Next, question 8. Okay, so really, this question will involve you breaking this up into a rectangle and a triangle and a square. This is 4, so this is 4 cm as well. This is 4 cm. This is 2 cm. So to find the area, we are going to start with area of LMPT, this rectangle here, which would be 3 times 2, which is 6 cm square. So this is 6. Next, we are going to go to area of PQRS. So PQRS would be 4 times 4, which should be 16 square centimeters. So this is 16. Lastly, we are going to find the area of TPS. So TPS would be half times 4 times 2 would be 4 square centimeters. So the area here is 4. So to find total area of figure, you would have 6 plus 4 plus 16. Okay, so as I said again, 6 plus 4 plus 16, you can add them in any order you want. You would get 26 square centimeters. So the area of the figure would be 26 square centimeters. Okay. I think right now you notice the battery of my iPad dropping as well. So let's finish this. Question 9. A rectangular piece of paper was folded to form the shape shown below. What is the shaded area? So you have to realize that as a rectangle, I'm going to complete the rectangle here. So it will look like this. Okay, and the shaded part here, okay, is actually equal to the shaded part here. And so if you realize that this length is 34 cm, this part here would be 34 cm as well. Okay, so area of rectangle would be 34 times 24, which would be 816 square centimeters. Okay, so to find the area of the shaded part is actually we can just take area of, well, unshaded part would be 34 times 8. So 34 times 8 would be 2. This is 3. So 272 square centimeters. That's actually this whole orange part here. So to find the area of shaded part, okay, it would be 816 minus 272 would give you 544 square centimeters. Okay, so the shaded part, which is, I'm just going to shade this green here, this whole part here is 544 square centimeters. Last question. Okay, the annoying thing about this question is that it actually uses a formula that you won't actually learn until secondary school. Okay, so I'm just going to have a brief mention of it at the end. You can go and Google the term if you are interested. In the figure below, square W, X, Y, and Z is made from 4 identical triangles, which is this triangle here. Height 4 cm, base 3 cm. So what's the area of this square? So we need to find the area of this triangle. So area of triangle is half times 4 times 3, which would be 6 square centimeters. I'm just going to zoom in for a little while. So that means that if this is 6, this will be 6, 6, 6, and 6. And we still have this little square here. And if you see that this whole length is 4, and this base here is 3, this is actually 1. So 1 times 1, the area here is 1. So to find the total area of the square, it would be total area of square would be 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 1 will be 25 square centimeters. Okay, so I'm gonna put 25 square centimeters. Okay. The other working I was talking about is actually a formula called the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, you can go and Google up this term. I'm not going to explain in further detail, but suffice to say that if you understand how the formula works, you will learn that the length of the longer side of the triangle here is 5 cm. So actually you can just put 5 times 5, and you would still get 25 square centimeters as the area, which still gives you the same answer. Okay, so that's it for unit 6. Okay, have a good break and see you all in good time. Bye.